back to the Guitar Bay. I'm Takis.
I'm Danny. What we're drinking today, mate?
Today it's a beer episode, so we're drinking Budweiser.
Yes.
Just straightforward. Yeah, just beer and Budweiser, double trouble, you know?
It's not your American Budweiser, it's your Czech.
That's right.
You don't really get the American Budweiser here in Germany.
Not in Europe generally, yeah. I think unless you go to a specialty shop, I think.
There you are, mate.
Thank you, sir. There you go. It's your glass. We're using Pils glasses, even though this is lager beer. I understand this is not, you know, canonical.
Thank you.
With the beer drinking protocol. But, hey, they're good glasses, right? They look good.
Cheers.
Cheers, sir. Cheers, everyone.
Cheers, everyone.
That's cold.
Loving this Larry Carlton, mate. Absolutely amazing.
I was about to say, this is the guitar we opened the second season with, and Danny has taken a liking to it.
Very much so. It has the qualities of my Schecter, but in a Telecaster form, and it's just unbelievable. Sounding insane.
Yeah.
But today, it's my turn to return the favor.
Yeah.
But we don't have a guitar.
I can see that already. There's a you know, a rectangular box there. So I guess this is an amp, unless we're into new business in the Guitar Bay. But it's typically guitars and amps, and that's not a guitar.
No, it's a big box.
Danny has done it again. He brought an amp, just like you did early on with the first season. Let's see what you...
And it's actually an amp that I've already owned before. So I've had it in Scotland. And I wanted to transport it over, but it's a bit difficult, so I bought it here instead.
Okay. I think I know what you got then.
Yeah, let me grab it, see if I don't break my back, you know.
Is it the 1x12 or a 2x12?
It's 2x12.
It's 2x12.
Yes.
That explains the size. Oh, we got a 2 Oh, this is crazy. Ugh. And you bought it here. How you sold the one in Scotland? It's the Bassbreaker 1830. Yes. I can see it. And he's bringing it, but it's heavy.
I don't know if this is doable.
Gives it here. So there you go. This is the Bassbreaker 1830.
Yes.
Which comes only in a 2x12 form. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's
2 channels.
It's not very. I bought it for 400. They retailed about, when I bought mine in Scotland, it was about 600.
Okay.
And they're with the EL84s. Sorry.
EL84s.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
So Vox type.
But it's loud as hell, and it's got 2 channels. 18 watt is just literally down to the volume and tone here. And then, which is based on sort of more your Bassbreaker style circuit, like your crank.
So that's the 18 channel. Okay, I can see that's the 18 watt channel, and it's just volume and tone, nothing else.
Yeah.
And the 30 watt channel has volume, bass, middle, treble. That's it. No reverb, no master volume. 30 watts and 18 watts.
And it's just
that should take pedals like a dream. And that's not for the Bay. I mean, that's not for...
It's,
for a room, kind of, maybe for a very loud rehearsal room, yes. But this is a gigging amp, right? This
Absolutely,
is like 2 12s, 30 watts. You can crank this thing to heaven. Yeah,
the first channel is based on the Deluxe style sound. So the 30 watts, it's really high, you know, lots of headroom.
More Fender-y.
Yeah. And it's got the Celestion speakers in there.
The
V speakers.
The V30s or the vintage, the G12V something. I can't see exactly.
But yeah, sounds insane. Tweed. There's not been an awful lot of reviews of these, and you know what? The reviews that are done of these are very bad. As in, you don't hear how much this thing can sound like a cranked Marshall, but has like bell-like clean tones. Okay. It's an insane amp, and it's super loud. So we're gonna. I hope
we'll be able to crank this thing in here without needing medical assistance afterwards, because this is going to be loud, but it's beautiful. I can see it on the monitor, and I know what they look like, and it seems to be an excellent. It's used.
It's pretty much new condition though.
Looks like it, yeah.
And yeah, I've been wanting to crank one up in here for a while, but these just back-breaking stuff, mate. You know, like the size.
It's just too much for in here. I mean, My neighbors hate me as it is, but oh man, this is good though, because having a new amp for a change of, you know, platform, a change of canvas.
I mean, you know how much we're in love with the LC50. Me personally, at the moment, I'm loving that thing so much. And let's see how this stacks up. Get her plugged in.
First, let's just go dry and hear the amp. This
channel
is the
1.
Clean channel, the 30-watt channel. And I've got my Mexican Telecaster on the bridge.
Everything's at noon. I'll cut to the camera here and I'll twiddle a bit with the knobs, so we'll see how loud we are. Let's go for it.
Oh, right off the bat, this has more sparkly top end than the Hot Rod has. EL84s. 84s.
Pretty sure.
Oh. This thing's cooking already, isn't it? Where are you?
I'm at 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock.
Just below, so.
And that's more or less where the Hot Rod is when we play in here on the clean channel. And yeah, it's 30 watts and it's designed to cook, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm just checking. But this amp, I know this amp, so literally the most tone variability that you get from it is just by cranking it. Literally just by pumping up the volume.
And it's not gonna, I think it's not gonna go louder anymore. I mean,
let's
it's already.
I'll go up to sort of 10.
I mean, this is slightly louder, but mostly more compressed and just cooking nicely.
Holy shit.
Okay, I understand why you wanted to have this amp over here. And it's a pain to get it over from home.
I was planning on selling this until now. This is just too good, man.
So you bought it to show me and sell it? Because you've been trying to sell it back home, but it's
because the Laney is enough, you know. The Laney is amazing, but
that's a
this
different
is something
animal, though.
like.
And we have no amp. Even though a smaller wattage or just one speaker amp would be more reasonable for this kind of thing, but we have no amp that we can just crank the clean channel off and go there.
Yeah.
This
and that's no reverb as well, you know. It's just epic.
We'll put some delay just for good measure. Completely different. I need to change the delay completely. It's way too loud. So I'm gonna have to lower the mix by a lot.
I mean, I don't know how far we go cranking it. Like, that's obviously the first channel.
How far have you been now?
I've been up to sort of 2 o'clock.
2 o'clock?
Yeah.
I mean, if you just go further, it's not gonna get any louder, it'll just get fuzzier.
Yeah.
Wanna go? Wanna try?
Yeah.
The whole room is feeling it.
Yeah, you can feel that in your chest. That's what we talk about, the valve amp in the room really just filling up your...
That was the clean channel.
Yeah.
What is the point of the 18-watt channel then? To be able to go there without destroying your eardrums?
I think it also is blisteringly loud.
And it's differently voiced?
Differently voiced, yeah. So it is more that Marshall.
More Marshall.
Blues breaker, the bass breaker. It's Fender's rip-off of the Marshall blues breaker, which they had back in the day. So it's more of that Marshall-y sound and Marshall-y feel. But yeah, again, there's just a tone which seems sort of at the back is more that woolly sort of thicker bass.
The woman tone, yeah?
Yeah,
the Clapton woman tone.
Exactly, that
rolled off.
Sunshine of Your Love.
Yeah, the rolled off tone.
But let's give it a whack as well then. Let's sort of
different voice. Yeah, I'm gonna
it is more
disengage
it's
the
like
delay.
Foxy.
It's warm.
Yeah.
It doesn't even sound like a Telecaster anymore. It's like I'm playing a 3-3-5 without any coil split. Just it sounds like humbuckers now. Okay, yeah. More Marshall, more different type of grit. The first channel sounds like a Fender type amp cranked, like having a Deluxe reverb or a Princeton cranked, going to fuzz territory, but remaining cleanish, I mean not cleanish, but scoopy with a Fender sparkle. This was mid-focused, top end a bit more rolled off, more British sound.
That's nothing. That's not even a bloody reverb. And this I'll put on a bit of
This is so musical. I turned up the tone because we had it like at noon, and I found that all the way up it gets a bit too ice picky, so I just rolled it off a bit. Now it's at 9 o'clock, no, 3 o'clock, sorry, like 75%, and I think that's a sweet spot for the tone with this guitar right now in my headspace.
I think I'm a bit deaf now.
Which is kind of, what?
I think that's
what?
Really just blowing the eardrums a bit, but damn it.
It's already cooking, and there's no, if you give it some boost now,
really just is fucking wild.
I mean, it's a good thing to point out, yeah? If you want to craft your tone with pedals and you want to go through multiple gain stages with pedals, that's not the amp for you, because it runs out of headroom once you go loud. So you just use one pedal to push it a bit more and get more saturation. Use another pedal for crazy fuzz territory that this can't go to, octave stuff. But that's it. You can't use it the way you can use a clean headroom.
Yeah.
A clean high headroom Fender amp.
It's very,
where you just give it and give it and give it, and it just goes louder too, and a bit more gritty. It's cooking already at, what, 9 o'clock? So
I think I gigged at this volume. I remember never getting past
that.
That
is loud.
And, yeah, damn. It's just epic. It's friggin' epic.
So you've got to be there.
But it's a lot. It's a bit much for here, like we said earlier.
It is. It is. Is it though? I don't know. This will be decided soon.
But you know what? In all seriousness, I'm kind of already wrapping up. But if anyone wants a beasting amp that has, you know, that amazing Fender Deluxe reverb channel in it, without the reverb, of course. For 500 euros, I'm finding them nowadays. And they're made in Mexico. And they're just unbelievable. Like, you know, for a deluxe reverb or something, you're going to pay $1,000. Yeah, you're going to have the nice reverb and stuff.
More.
But this thing...
Used $1,000 maybe, yeah.
You want to get that real cranked Fender feel, then go for this. Like, it's just...
Yeah, but it's not for home. I mean, this amp is not going to do its mojo if you play at bedroom volumes.
No.
It's a waste. It's two 12s This is a wonderful stage or loud rehearsal room amp.
Yeah.
Or
And any gig,
loud
it'll
guitar
do
bay.
any gig. I used to gig with it without mic.
And it's got an effects loop, right?
No.
No.
Also,
Okay.
it takes pedals well. I mean, it doesn't color the tone too much with the reverb or the Deluxe. I think it's very much based on, on that pedal platform amp. But yeah, what do you think? Should we jam, or I'm kind of pooped?
Well, whatever you want. Do we have a jam? That was weird.
That was a funky little groove. And that was obviously some tones with the Bassbreaker and the Schecter. Also sounds like how a Strat should, through a nice crank.
I mean, the pickups
Fender.
on this thing are just so wonderfully voiced. The neck is so throaty and Strat-like. And yeah, I feel like a new person today because of what the frequencies and the airwaves have done to me. That was cool, man.
That was cool,
great.
yeah. I'll decide if I keep it or not. I mean, who knows? I'm more swayed to get rid of it and say, hey, it was fun and get it back into the world. But yeah.
That was brilliant.
Yeah, that was really fun.
A clean channel is a dream.
It brought me back to when the Laney blew us away the first time as well. You
Yeah,
know, like that
yeah.
kind of just turn it up, crank it up, and just epic, you know. It's cool when something hits you like
The
that.
voice is really similar to the Laney. It's just that the Laney clean channel, I haven't heard it break. I mean, it would, but it's 50 watts, so it's going to break the wall first before it breaks.
True.
We tried with a hot rod once, and that was fantastic. That was fantastic. There was a wonderful edge of breakup sound, and that's how this amp wants you to play it. You know, it's.
And I would say the in comparison to the Hot Rod Deluxe, that's very neutral. You know, I would say the clean tone from a Hot Rod Deluxe is very neutral, and very clean and very Hot Rod Deluxe. You know.
Yeah, yeah.
But this has got so much character, you know, and it's.
Yeah, once the grit starts,
Yeah.
and the compression, it just goes there. Oh, but lovely, more sparkly, more Vox-like, yeah, more EL84-like than L6, which I think this one is, and Fender, traditionally speaking, is. Okay, wrap.
What's your band with B?
Band with B.
Do you have
That's
one?
right, it's the B, of course. I'm going to be boring. But because, again, the word the doesn't count, right?
Okay, no.
So I'm going to be very boring and very predictable.
Bob Dylan. The Bob.
The Bob Dylans. Can we go artists or is it bands only? We've
You
never
can go
agreed
artists
on the
or
rules.
bands, whatever.
We've never agreed on the rules of this game. I'm thinking in band terms. But even if I start including artists, I think I'm not going to find something that exceeds my love for the Beatles. It's just, I know right now there's a lot of talk on the internet about how the Beatles are overrated. Hell no. The Beatles have done everything. They just happen to have the fifth Beatle, you know, the one that not many people know about, or actually many people know about, but is not taking as much credit as the other four. Mr.
Ringo?
Martin, Mr. George Martin, the producer, who was the mastermind behind the recordings. But the Beatles are live, man. The Beatles are just everything. They've gone through everything, started clean cut, went all the way to psychedelia and back. But the Beatles are just the Beatles. So, the Beatles.
My band with B is Breaking Benjamin. Do you know them?
I do not at all.
Breaking Benjamin.
The BB, so it's a double trouble too.
They're a bit of a sort of new metal band from the 2000s. They did the Halo soundtrack. Blow Me Away, I think the song. I don't think they did the actual Halo soundtrack, like the loading
theme
screen.
music.
Yeah, the theme music. But they did one of the songs was they wrote a song for Halo, which was massive as well.
For the first game.
I think it was maybe
so we're
Halo
talking
2.
early 2000s or something. Yeah?
Halo 2. But they have Diary of Jane, Breath. They have some amazing songs, and I think they're still touring as well.
Okay.
Great band, and it's still come back to them a lot. It kind of fits into my Linkin Park Limp Bizkit.
Give me an album. You got an album name?
Diary of Jane.
Is that an album?
Yeah, I think so. Hope so.
All right. Well, you can look it up and correct us. But you give me something to
yeah,
look up.
Definitely.
Nice. Cool.
All right.
We're done.
We're done.
Yeah, generally we're done. I mean, that Fender was a blast. Do we have any beer left?
I have a little bit.
In the bottle?
No.
No? You got a bit left? Here's some more, maybe? There you go.
A little dribble.
The dribble. So, thank you, sir, for this experience.
You're welcome. Thank you. Thanks for watching.
I'm not going to let you sell it so easily. Thanks for watching, everyone.
Subscribe.
Till the next time. Take care.